See, you got to understand, it's a culture. It's the way we live. It's what we eat, think, and breathe.
Blunt Honesty Podcast, Hooligan Gang, bang, bang. Man, we are live from Blueprint Studios up in Speedway. Man, it's our first time, man, but it's looking like this might be. Ain't really too. I'm trying to think who, if anybody battled recently, but I just had my joint in Texas. Yeah, it was cool. Could be better. But also, since we got the Honorable Love Stacks here, we should talk about that Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight that's finna go down.
Oh, we got to talk about John Jones. We didn't even bring up John Jones.
We didn't bring up John Jones. And today, Tony Harrison.
You know what happened?
Yeah, he walked right through that nigga.
Yeah, like literally, like how did... I don't know, man. I don't respect that because that wasn't good for John Jones in reality.
Well, I don't know because Cyril Gane, he brings his own set of difficulties to the ring. Like you would have thought he would have been a mobile, agile, good stand-up fighter. You know what I mean? But it's like as soon as John got his hands on him, the nigga had no wrestling skills all of a sudden.
But you got to think, I understand that. Now, this is why I say it wasn't good for John because you're a light heavyweight coming from a lower weight class. Getting in there with a dude that competes with other heavyweights is the faster person. Mm-hmm. So he really took away his main weakness just by being a faster nigga coming from a lower weight class. So now, if his main attribute is bouncing, and to them, he's fast because he's a heavyweight naturally, so are they.
Right.
To John Jones, that's really not that fucking fast. You got to think.
Because he's not a
heavyweight. Now you take away his main power. That's why I was like, now, if he get in there with somebody that don't care about speed or never was the faster man anyway,
right?
It'd be a whole different motherfucker.
See, they was talking about John Jones versus Stipe, which I think that would be an interesting fight because Stipe got power with them hands and he ain't finna be, saying you can wrestle him if you want to, but it's not gonna be as easy as Cyril Gane, how he just basically couldn't do nothing on the ground.
I mean, see, like the people he fighting are what you wouldn't say horrible. But that is like the least amount of their game. Like Stipe, Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane, all of them.
That Francis Ngannou fight, you can't just go to that. Like that's gonna be a hard fight, bro.
But John Jones is not about to sit there and bang with them, and they don't really wrestle. So it's like
that's the thing.
That's
like in the heavyweight division, at least that I can think off the top of my head, ain't nobody who really gonna wrestle with John Jones.
Yeah, he can clean up the whole division. Is where I'm getting at. Like versus a weight class where like Volkanovski and like Charles Oliveira and all these Poirier and all these people, they willing
Izzy
to do whatever. Like with you. See, Izzy is in the middleweight, but you got Whitaker, the wrestling, and when Izzy knocked him out, and that's the best wrestler in that division. But the nigga that knocked Izzy out don't know how to wrestle at all. So, but I don't know. Like that's more exciting to me. Like it's more competition, but. I definitely want to talk about that Chris Rock stand-up.
Should go ahead, bro. I didn't even see it, so I'm really giving you the floor on that. So you let me know what happened with that, John.
Well, I feel like he showed definitely why he's a great.
Really?
And he really, it's crazy. Shout out to our podcast because a lot of the shit he was saying in his jokes was a lot of shit we was saying. Shout out last year and
when we was talking about when he got smacked.
Yeah, like did you see it, Drew? Well, I mean. It was like, motherfucker, don't be mad at me because you decided to let your wife sit you down at our fucking round table and talk about how she sucked the dick, nigga. Don't take that out on the fucking world. Like, I felt him when he was saying that, like.
Right, but
I felt that. Like,
at the same time, I feel like, yeah, you got slapped, but at the same time, it's like, are you mad or not mad? It's just like people think that they can just say and do whatever they want, and then the consequence comes, and I was like, oh, don't be mad at me, but you shouldn't. I mean, I can't say you shouldn't have did what you did, but at the same time, with every action, there's an equal or greater reaction.
But he didn't disrespect him, and then he could say a little funny Jones did it up and call it a day. Like it wasn't It wasn't nothing that serious. We both know that. Like, it was nothing disrespectful said. He didn't.
Nah, he really didn't go off the deep end.
Crack a fucking joke, like, literally.
But I think at that time though, Will was under a lot of pressure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was under a lot of pressure, and
his wife sucked his son's friend's dick. I mean, you'd be under a lot of pressure too.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you really want to go there, it's like shit. His wife's son probably sucked Will's dick too.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
his son?
I'm not his son, but August Alsina.
Oh my god, that reminds me of that Medea. What's that Homecoming Medea movie? You seen that weird shit?
They both probably had parts of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know Tyler Perry that made some weird movies.
Because, you know what I'm saying, in all the photos that them niggas took, you would think that him and August was cooler than August and Jada.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
He set the play up. And she went right for it. She made the plate.
Yeah, right. Finished the plate and licked it clean.
No seconds.
You feel me? Came back for the motherfucking buffet style.
But to the way he reflected on it or talked about it, I felt, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was a respectful way. And then he was like, come on, bro. He's like 3 times bigger than me. I can't beat this nigga up. Like, the fuck? I was terrified. Like, and this is the thing. This is where I like black excellence in that aspect. Like, our whole thing about us is not admitting, you know what I mean? Like, if a nigga would just be like that, like, man, I can't beat you up, dude. You're big. I'm terrified. A lot of street shit, a lot of shit wouldn't be, but it be niggas that think like that. Acting like, but you really thinking like Chris Rock, like you terrified, nigga. Like, right. You know you scared this nigga. And maybe if you know, like, you said that or put that out there, the energy, that type of energy instead of this type of energy, a lot of shit would die down, or you know what I mean? So,
yeah, but that's the one thing with Chris Rock that I don't kind of find. I don't find that funny. I mean, I do and I don't. It's like, bro, you being a hoe ass nigga doesn't entertain me.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, true. It's not nothing to be. You ain't gonna be looking for that nigga. Like, this nigga's a hoe anyway.
Yeah.
It ain't. How that make you feel good looking for a nigga that's telling you he a hoe? Like, really?
Yeah.
This nigga here, he told you he's a hoe.
But I also think, that's part of the reason why Will did that shit.
Yeah,
because, there ain't no repercussions coming with that.
Didn't respect it, bro. Still to this day, I don't. Especially when, and that's another thing. You're playing a slave, but you're on a platform that black people used to win in Hattie. What's the Gone with the Wind lady? Hattie, best supporting actor, and she wasn't allowed. Her black ass couldn't accept that award. Like she would have showed up and got that award. It would have been her last show ever. So I mean, when you on that platform, Sidney Poitier, all these people. I understand the thespianism and all of that behind it. You know what I mean? It's more of a smack in the face to them more than, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers don't care about your fucking wife, bro. Like, let's be honest. And you sign up for it. This is the shit that pisses me off. To be famous, it's just like you at a call center taking calls all day. And you gonna take the phone, slam it across the computer screen, start snatching the other agents up. I'm so fucking sick of taking calls. Fuck that. That's basically what you doing. So you're so sick of being so famous, motherfucker. You doing it $135 million a movie, motherfucker. You know you're gonna be famous, right?
That's your life, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that you built and prepared to do that shit.
West doing that weird shit, like, motherfucker. This is what y'all dreamed of and signed up for it, but then you want to take it out on fucking people? Like,
shit, Eminem, a lot of these motherfuckers do that shit. Motherfuckers literally sell their soul to be famous, then they get this shit, and it's like, I don't want cameras in my face all the time. I can't even go to the... Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that shit weird to you, bro? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking shit. How am I going to have sympathy for you?
Right.
Like, bitch, you signed up for this. Like,
everything that you ever wanted right here. Now you complaining. But that's human nature. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can ever be.
I definitely agree that is human nature. It really is. Like now I said in that classic freestyle, he was like, motherfuckers a save up, or by the time you get the money, you don't even want that shit no more. Like,
facts.
I mean, you don't even want that shit no more. Like,
facts.
Are you really sacrificing for a purpose or for your own personal wants. Like,
yeah, it's for the personal pleasure all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But man, shit, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, bro. It's been a fire episode, man. Just chopping it up with my man Love Stacks. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Matt Hoffa, hold your head up, man.
Yeah. I mean, we got some time if you really want to chop it up about the
like Charleston White, man. I feel like him being an activist and doing for his community only. That's what he portrayed. That's what he said. Like, if you outside of this here and there, fuck you, fuck your kids.
Which I can understand as far as you giving it up for the Fort Worth, Dallas area, and that's what you do. But my thing is this, bro. When people do fucked up shit, I think that takes away from the good shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? Here's an example. I'm not gonna say his name, but somebody here in Nap, like he do his thing, and I think I ain't gonna call him a promoter, but he do got a battle league, whatever. But it'd be like he be on the fence with shit. Like half the time he be hating, half the time he be cool, half the time da. But it's like, bro, I'm not finna sit here in your face and act like we are so cool when half the time you be on some gay ass shit or doing some fuckery, bro. So that bullshit that you be on, Charleston White, that takes away from you being an activist. You can't sit here and say that you trying to uplift children and black people, and then you will say, that person from Chicago died, fuck them. Fuck your dead mama. I'll rape your kids. What do you mean he never said that?
He never said he was trying to I've seen him on camera multiple times saying, I never said I give a fuck about your kids. If they ain't in this area or this area, fuck them kids. They can all suck a dick and die. Like, this nigga is mad disrespectful, yo. Like, and my thing is this. What the fuck type of sense does that make? Like, bro,
I don't know. I have seen him a few times on different platforms saying basically his whole purpose is to uplift the youth and the children, and you know, saying he's trying to save folks. But real quick, I want to give a shout out to motherfucking Kane Marco, who couldn't be here today. I want to give a shout out to motherfucking Eddie
Savage.
Yeah, Indy Savage, Eddie Hatch, who couldn't be here today. Y'all niggas is low-key slipping not being here on the premiere of us touching, you know what I'm saying, breaking ground in a new studio, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got mics and shit. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all low-key slipping, but, you know what I'm saying, it's still hooligans, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to your man's Charleston White, bro. You taking away from the good shit that you do with all the fuckery you put out there, man.
Then I seen a little video joint or whatever where the Black Lives Matter dude, you see that? Ran up on him at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was still mad disrespect. Like, here's my thing, dude ran up on you and was just politically debating or saying, I can understand still, nigga, don't walk up on me when I'm with my people eating. Fuck you, nigga. Like, I can understand that mindset,
right.
But like every time you respond, it's always like that. It's never nothing educational or never nothing
right.
I can grasp.
But the thing is,
disrespect.
The nigga is wild smart.
He's a crackhead.
he wild smart, and when it comes, but still, like you said, bro, like it takes away the fact that you respond like that to everything. It's like,
yeah,
I ain't seen you slap nobody yet. I ain't seen you shoot nobody.
The only reason
yet,
why I can't vibe with you saying he's a crackhead, Drew, is because he literally goes in on everybody else for doing drugs, and you know what I'm saying, and the nigga be highly connected to the police force. So you know what I'm saying. I damn near think the nigga is undercover or some shit. I don't know, but he got damn near some type of connection with
my experience,
police.
My thing.
That's correct.
My thing is,
he probably been off it for a while, but it don't go away.
Yeah.
It's my thing about his platform.
Might have been doing crack in the 80s, and you know, it's been 30 years
he
now.
He getting
though.
paid and doing his thing, but my thing is, why would you want a platform where other people aspiring to be something, like just you provoking people? Like, to me, like, who the fuck really would want to walk up to him and like have a, like, this dude just seems like a straight asshole. Like
right.
You understand what I mean? Like somebody you wouldn't even want to be around. Like, involved with. Right. It's like all you do, bro, is talk mad crazy. You don't seem like you respond to questions.
And that's another thing, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying, in this new age culture of trolling, he's the ultimate troll. But my thing is, I never respected a troll.
I never respected a troll.
So I'm not finna respect Charleston White, whether you're doing good for the community or bad. because you making your name, you making your money, you getting your shine off of, you know what I'm saying, fuckery.
And he's doing horrible for the community. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time we see you on camera, nigga, you're being negative.
Facts.
When the last time you seen him on camera doing something for the community? So
it gets sprinkled in there, and then motherfuckers try to act like, oh, Charleston White's an activist. Like you said, every time we see this nigga, he's doing some negative bullshit.
So what do you really stand for?
Right.
And then how you talking about all these rappers, but the actions and shit you saying is gonna lead to something that these rappers going through. Like, nigga,
Facts.
like somebody can't wait to catch his. Like, so I'm just
Right.
like, I mean, bro, man, like it makes no sense, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So next time we come in this joint, man, we gonna get the what is this called? The board, I guess. We're gonna get the board updated with some new sounds. We might have some music, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully straight out the hooligans. One thing I do want to do is get a cipher. Not necessarily here, but you know what I'm saying? We could do a cipher, a hooligan or a Blunt Honesty podcast cipher. I'm gonna chop it up with you more about the 317 day and what, you know what I'm saying, some shit that we can do. But we turning up, bro. We turning up. So definitely more content. Hoolie TV. Make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. We trying to get the numbers up. We striving towards 300 right now. And shit, what you got to say, bro, on the outro?
Man, keep the hoolies in your prayers, man.
Facts.
Stick with us on the come up, and we gonna stick with y'all after we come up. You hear me?
Facts. Let me see if this is the right one. Okay. Yeah. Hooligan gang, bang, bang.